Good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Oluwole McFoy, OJ. I am the general manager of the Buffalo Sewer Authority, and I have been in that position since 2015. On behalf of my mayor, Byron W. Brown, I'd like to welcome you to Buffalo. If you're not from around here, definitely welcome the commission. We'd like to thank WNED, WBFO, as well as the commissioners and the staff of the IJC for coming to our city today. So I have in the audience Julie O'Neill. She's our Green Programs Director. Who's coming along with me to make sure that I don't get roughed up. So, green and smart. That is the approach that we have been taking to restoring, doing our part to restore Buffalo waterways. Everyone's familiar. We've all had our lovely slides of Buffalo, and that is our waterfront. And for us, you will see that to us is our mission. That is what we focus on, and we look at it and we see the clean water and what we do with our 200 people and staff. I also get to serve in a unique position where I'm the chairman of the Buffalo Water Board. Here in the city of Buffalo, we actually have two separate entities, but being involved in both, I get to see it on both sides. So one of our challenges has been just in making sure and ensuring that we have clean water as well as drinkable water. So Buffalo's plan. So on March 18th, 2014, that's stuck in my brain, we received approval from not only the U.S. EPA, but also our New York State Department of Environmental Conservation on our long-term control plan. Now, this was never our first one, our second one, or third one. We have been at this since 1935, so for over 80 years. We have submitted different plans to basically make sure that we continue to have clean water here in Buffalo. So when we installed our primary plant in 1938, when we installed storm relief sewers in the 50s, when we installed our secondary plant and spent over $500 million there in the late 70s, early 80s, when we installed our Skagway Tunnel and all of the various things that we've done. And now this is our next step. And this one here, we have established a 20-year plan. We have a $380 million price tag. 100 million of that we are looking to put in as green infrastructure. And to us, this is our documented promise to the citizens of Buffalo to deliver in our area of clean water. So here's just a quick snapshot, if you can see this, of our general fund. This is the amount of money that has been spent by the Buffalo Sewer Authority since Mayor Byron Brown came into office. It's $135+ million just simply spent on water quality initiatives here. I have a similar graph on the water side. We've spent approximately $90 million in the upkeep of our drinking water facilities. So here is the runoff challenge for us. We understand that we are an urban area, and for us, our problem starts with stormwater runoff. So stormwater runoff is what creates our CSOs. We have a system that has been designed so that at times, and as Dave was describing, it overflows into our waterways, which is not something that we want to happen. But we have been going about this, and as I mentioned before, it's green and smart. With the green, and we're going to talk about that, is really treating and dealing with the stormwater right at the location. So that's where we get into our green infrastructure. We're managing that water right where it falls. So we want to keep that rainwater, that stormwater, doing what it's supposed to do. So really taking care of the living environment and not making its way into our combined sewer system. And we feel if we can do that, we will ensure that we are doing our job to protect our Great Lakes. Here is the green infrastructure that we have installed throughout the city. It may be a little difficult to see just in the colors there. Where's that little? Here's a light pointer. So we have things all over the city. We have a number of projects that we have installed throughout the city of Buffalo. I will just go through various ones. Again, we've handed out over 1,200 rain barrels. We have 4 porous asphalt streets. We have a number of porous asphalt parking lots. We've constructed stormwater planners along some of our major corridors, and we've also taken into account our vacant lots throughout the city of Buffalo that we have participated and worked with our Department of Public Works and also our Department of Permits and Inspection in eliminating some structures throughout there, and also in turn eliminating impervious surfaces. So, smart sewers. Sounds like an oxymoron. But for us, this is actually a picture of our award-winning smart sewer. This is actually the location at Bird Avenue site. We recently won an award, a New York State award, American Public Works, for Environmental Project of the Year. We actually have 2 facilities that we have installed. So these are just a quick, not only a construction photo, but also some design photos of what they actually are. And what they amount to is some weirs, some gates, all with the purpose of utilizing our existing 850-mile system, our sewer system, for storing that water so that it can be treated. That's the direction that we're taking. We want to keep the water out of our system, but once it gets in, we want to make sure that it makes it to our treatment plant. We have the 2nd largest treatment plant in the state of New York with wet weather capacity of over 560 million gallons per day. So we want to make sure that not only the rainwater that's falling on the ground, falling on our streets, and that's picking up everything that comes off of our streets and our driveways and our lawns, we want to make sure that that water doesn't just go into our lakes, rivers, and streams. We want to make sure that that water is actually treated at our treatment plant. So these 2 sites, Bird Avenue and Lang Avenue, one on our city's west side, one on our city's east side. If you look here at this slide, they have done wonders. This is just over a 3-month period. And what that is we've been monitoring, analyzing, and controlling to optimize those 2 sites. We actually have a dozen more that we'll be installing. So you'll see the note here. It is prevented at the Lang site 4 out of the 9 overflow events. And at the Bird Avenue sites, it's prevented 14 out of the 19 possible overflow events. And you'll see combined, it's over 13 million gallons of water that would have gone into our rivers untreated that actually made it to the treatment plant and was treated. So we know what we do and what we do well, and that's deliver on large projects. And we also know what we don't do well. So we have incorporated a host of partners here. You see listed all the way from academia to foundations to, of course, Jill and our friends at Riverkeeper, along with our partners at the EPA and DEC and different entities throughout the city and nationally that have worked with us. So I tried to be as quick as I could. Thank you very much, guys.